Early 80s, Prabhu was here. Prabhu was here in the early 80s, and he really showed us what is going on. Perhaps today, in another Appearance Day, no, go kirtan from Prabhu. Prabhu is going to give the lecture. I'll say our sincere gratitude to Prabhu for being here today. We feel blessed. Please, Prabhuji. The old boys are here. And who's also like Prabhu comes from America, Washington DC. He's still there, Washington. And we have our representative over there. Prabhu is married to a Mauritian girl. She's here. Balaji's here. So, how many kids you have now? Only 2? Three. 3 we can accept. 2 is good. Okay, thank you. We can meet Prabhu afterwards. Right? Prabhu is a Prabhupada disciple. He's here to give us an inspiration. So, Prabhu, right? Enjoy the kirtan, enjoy the lecture. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Bhaktanjan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Jajanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jayatam Sudato Mangur Mama Mandam Adhyati Matsavasya Padam Bodho Sri Sri Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vrindavana Govardhumata Srimad Ratnagara Srinasanasto Sri Sri Radha Shila Govinda Devo Krishnadevya Sevyamanam Smarami Sriman Asura Sarangi Vansivarta Vidastata Ashangenu Sunagoti Gopinatha Sriyestita Vanchakopa Delupascha Vivasindu Vevacha Patitanam Bhavebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nitayanda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Before I begin, let me remember His divine grace. Shila this moment. Shila Prabhupada ki. Without the mercy of this wonderful Mahapurush, Srila Prabhupada, we would not be here together today. Without the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we would not be worshipping Bhagavan today. There would not be hundreds of temples around the world on this day, worshiping Lord Nitayanda. So let us always remember this divine wish, Srila Prabhupada. It was my good fortune when I got ditched up. I began associating with Srila Prabhupada way back in 1971. But I was still very small. I was in high school. So I didn't join the temple. Even though every time I went to the Sunday feast, they grabbed me and tried to shave my head. It was like that in those days. That if you came 2 times to the Sunday feast, it was time to join. So I was determined not to finish high school. So what I did is, I went to the press. In those times in New York City, the printing press was in New York. So I did the savor of cleaning the book room. So I used to read the books, Srila Prabhupada's books. Very, very determined to read Prabhupada's books. So when the devotees would come to me at Sunday feast to make me join, I would start quoting all these slokas and say, all right, have you read this? And because the devotees were so busy cleaning the temple and going on Sankirtan, they didn't have time to read the books. So I would always defeat them with Srila Prabhupada's books. And then they left me alone. So it was only after 3 or 4 years that I finally took Diksha from Srila Prabhupada. And that was in 1975 in Chicago. And during that initiation ceremony, at that time, we had the Radha Damodar traveling Sankirtan. Shri Radha Damodar, Radha Krishna Dees, very, very beautiful. By the mercy of this wonderful, my wonderful God, Brother Vishnu John, he put Radha Krishna in a bus. And he went town to town all over the United States, chanting bhajans and distributing prashadam and books to all of the frustrated hippies and youth in North America. So Srila Prabhupada, during our initiation, he encouraged this traveling around and preaching with the devotees. So at that time, there was 5 sets. Prabhupada said to expand this bus program. So there was 5 sets of Gurnitai deities that were being made and installed at the same time I was initiated. So Nitayanda, they are so kind and so merciful. It is by the mercy of Lord Nitayanda that we get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And it is only by the mercy of these 2 brothers that we're able to see the beautiful luscious Shri Radha Golokananda. It's not possible without them. In the White House, we had Gurnitai. At the beginning, we had Gurnitai at the White House. And we did big kirtan. And one thing I want to say is that Lord Balaram, there's 2 things. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do except enjoy. He is the Supreme Enjoyer. So, Srimati Radharani is his Radhini Shakti, his pleasure potency. She is the topmost feminine energy that Krishna enjoys. So Krishna, he is more concerned with enjoying the Srimati Radha. He likes to enjoy. When anything else is happening, he leaves that to Balaramji. So there's 2 things. There's Krishna is enjoying, and then he has to maintain everyone else. But he doesn't want to be bothered with that. So Balaramji, he does all of that for him. It has many, many expansions like Mahashankasham. Kashaya Kadiva Sakratala Davalam Vya Jivan Vinoma Vilaja Janantananda Vishnu Mahansa Yajasya Lavishesha Govindamani Purusham Tamam. This whole universe exists because of Maladev, Mahashankasham. He is lying in the coastal ocean, and these universes are coming out of his pores of his body. That is Balaram, that is Nitayanda. So, this Nitayanda, he is the one that enables Krishna to not be bothered with anything. There's the pastime of Lord Ramachandra, when there was Lord Ram and Sita Devi and Lakshmana in the forest, right? So at that time, there was Gautam Rishi's wife they met them when they were in the forest. And Gautam Rishi's wife, she had these really special cosmetics, right? These cosmetics were so nice that you only needed to put them on once, and they last for many, many days. Don't ask me, I don't have the address. But these cosmetics were so fantastic that when you put them on, you could smell them for many, many miles. So when she met with Sita Devi, she offered to give Sita Devi these cosmetics. So Lakshmana said, why do you want to take these cosmetics? Because if you take these cosmetics, then we will get an announcement in the forest. Where we are, right? These cosmetics can attract the demons, even the sadhus can be attracted. But Sita Devi said, no. I need to take these cosmetics. So Lakshmana, he carried these cosmetics. For 13 years he carried them. And because he carried the cosmetics, Lord Ram didn't have to worry about it. Right? So this is Lord Nityananda. He performs the activities for the pleasure of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya can just enjoy the bhava of Srimati Radharani. Lord Chaitanya stayed in Jagannath Puri, was absorbed in highest states of Mahabharata. And he sent Lord Nityananda to spread the Krishna consciousness, to spread this chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare in Bengal. So that song that we sung is about the pastimes of Lord Nityananda in Bengal. Dodo Sukir Kaboidai. I'm singing news of the greatest happiness at the place known as Suravi Kunja and Srinavadvipa. The marketplace of the holy name has now opened, and Lord Nityananda himself is the proprietor. Such wonderful things are going on in that blissful marketplace. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is selling the pure holy name wholesale, merely for the price of one's faith. Seeing the assembly of devotees eagerly waiting to purchase the name, Lord Nityananda first examines each of them to test their qualification. Then he sells them the name by bargaining for his price accordingly. My dear friends, if you really want to buy this pure holy name, then just come along with me, for I am now going to meet this Nityananda Mahajan. Thus you will finally be able to acquire the pure holy name. I will also take my due commission, and in this way, all three of us will fulfill our desires. Sri Nitayanda Prabhu is so extraordinarily merciful, accepting only one's faith in the holy name. He bestows almost divine bliss. When Nitai sees a tear welling in someone's eye upon chanting the name of Goda, he instantly gives his support to that person. Indeed, he bestows all divine opulences. He gives that person genuine realization of the pure teachings of Sri Krishna, as found in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. While displaying all this inconceivable mercy, he pays no attention to one's caste, material wealth, mundane knowledge, and physical ability. Now, dear friends, please reject all of Maya's entanglements and rules. If you are a householder, then just remain at home. If you are renounced, then just live in the forest. Either way, nothing more will trouble you. We will no longer need to fear the terrible age of quarrel, for the most merciful Lord Nityananda gives the holy name to anyone everywhere, even to the lowest among men. Bhaktivinoda loudly calls out in the plains, other than the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, there is no shelter. Nityananda Rama Ki Jai. Jai. So it is by the mercy of Lord Nityananda that we can get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and we can worship the beautiful forms of Sri Sri Radha, Golokananda. So, I'd like to just share some pastimes since you're here in Mauritius. I'd like to talk about some more pastimes in U.S. preaching on behalf of Lord Nityananda. Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master, he is the representative of Lord Nityananda. That mercy that we're talking about was manifested by His divine grace in the city of Nitayanda, Srila Prabhupada. You can imagine at the age, the advanced age that Srila Prabhupada was, to cross over the ocean and to go to New York City of all places. I was born in New York City, in Brooklyn. And back in the early 70s, there was a special glow in New York City. It was a special glow. The vibration and the ambiance was very special. I didn't realize what was going on. I lived in Brooklyn, and across the river in Manhattan, that's when Srila Prabhupada opened up the Matchless Gift. And New York was so glowing with confidence. Cannot imagine the presence of the pure devotee, how it changes a bit. So, Srila Prabhupada, you can imagine, only sadhu. He used to go to Tompkins Square Park. Now this park, you have to understand, it is not even the nice part of New York City. It is where all the bums drink. You know, you have we were talking about it, we were coming here, staggering across the road. So this park, Tompkins Square Park, was where all the bums would go, and they would drink and just lay down on the park benches. And then there were, of course, there were hippies there. And for the most part, it was not a very, very nice place. But Srila Prabhupada, he only had a few disciples at that time. He used to go and he used to sit down at that park and just chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
This one wonderful, beautiful way of the Lord, underneath a tree in Falcon Square Park. That is where all of this came from. Just by this chanting, by this pure devotee of the Lord, representative of Lord Nitayanda, the mercy of Lord Nitayanda. So there is so much potency and so much power in this chanting of the holy names of the Lord. You cannot imagine. Nama Chintana Krishna Chaitanya Sastravar Purna Nitya Siddhamukta Abhinashya Namidam. When we are chanting these names of Krishna, Krishna is dancing on our tongue. We are associated directly with Lord Krishna. There is nothing more auspicious, there is nothing more great that we can possibly do but chant the holy names of Krishna. Everything else in this material world is totally useless. Our bodies will give up on us. We will lose everything that we came in this material world. When it is time for you to leave this material world, you cannot take anything with you. So this mundane physical body, your family, your children, your wife, your house, none of these things can save you at the time of death. So this material world is just a vast illusion, Maya. It is only the pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada that tell us this truth. That we are simply wasting our time in this material world. Brahmanda Pramite Mama Bhagavanaji, Guru Krishna Bhagavata Bhakti. The greatest danger is that we do not utilize this human life. Do not think that you will take birth on Mauritius in the side. You are all so fortunate we've taken birth here in Mauritius as human beings. At the time when this transcendental movement is spreading the chanting of the holy names, you are all so fortunate that 8,400,000 species that you happen to take birth as a human being in such a wonderful place like Mauritius. So I'm here to say, take full advantage of this wonderful life you live. Take full advantage. Don't think that you'll get this opportunity again. There are demigods waiting online to be in your place, to get this opportunity, to chant the holy name, to worship God, to worship Lord Nitayanda. They are waiting online to take birth. Don't become distracted and lose this opportunity. I'm very happy to be here and see so many wonderful devotees, nicely chanting, thanking Ganga, and chanting so nicely. Who dressed the deities today? Is any of the Pujaris here? Radha Krishna, Radha Govinda was so beautiful, so beautiful. This is the perfection of life. Worshipping the transcendental forms of the Lord, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, worshipping the pure devotee, chanting Hare Krishna mantra. This is all perfect activities for the human being. So I'm here as a disciple of Srila Prabhupada to thank you for carrying on this movement. Going back to my initiation, Srila Prabhupada, he told us, he said, he's taking these deities of Nitai around the world. At that time, he ordered us to take these deities all over the United States. And he said, this is the most wonderful thing you could possibly do, is to take the deities of Nitai all over the United States and spread this Krishna consciousness movement. Before my initiation, Srila Prabhupada was on a world tour, and he visited several places. He went to Mexico, he went to Miami, he went to Gainesville, and finally he came to Atlanta. All these places that Srila Prabhupada went to, there were beautiful deities of Nitai. And Prabhupada was meditating on just how merciful Nitai are. That they have left Mayapur, actually they have left the spiritual world, and they've given their mercy all over this planet. And finally, when he got to Atlanta, and there was the Nitai deities in Atlanta, Prabhupada just broke down in ecstasy. My godmother told me about that. I had missed it because I had to go to New Vrindavan, because that was going my second initiation, so I had to go to New Vrindavan. But my godmother told me that Prabhupada, he went in front of Nitai Gaur, and the tears were just streaming from his eyes. And he was just totally lost in ecstasy and how merciful is Nitai Gaur. So then he sung the song, Parama Karuna Bhavakritana Nitai Gaur. And from that time we began singing that song. So we cannot imagine the mercy of these two brothers, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nitayanda, and the whole Panchadana. It was so kind to come and give us this simple process of Krishna consciousness. And I want to add one more thing here, that we should not misunderstand the potency of Lord Nitayanda. Lord Nitayanda is no ordinary person. He is Krishna's primary expansion. This whole universe is expanding from Lord Nitayanda. And one thing I've been meditating on, this is the season on Mauritius of Shivaratri, no? Where everyone is going to go to the Mahashivaratri and the Mahasam and people worship of Lord Shiva. So I was thinking, when I first came to this island, I don't think there were any Radha Krishna temples. Just Radha Krishna temples. Right? There was no Radha Krishna. There were Radha Krishnas inside other temples, but there were no Radha Krishna. There was no Panchatattva temples. Right? Last week we went to Odisha, where they had a nice ceremony for Advaita Chara. So, one thing I want to say is that Lord Shiva is a manifestation of Lord Nitayanda. Right? Mahashankarshana. Because from Lord Nitayanda, all the universes are emanating. And in each universe, you have Brahma, you have Shiva, and you have the Vishnu avatars. Right? They're all coming from Lord Balaram. So Lord Shiva, he's a manifestation of the mercy also of Balaram. And just see how things work. When I came to this island, we had no place to preach. So where did we go? We went to the Shivalas, isn't it? When we were here, all of our kirtans were in Shivalas, isn't it? So, Lord Shiva even is the greatest of all Vaishnavas. Lord Shiva is the greatest of Vaishnavas. And when you see what's happening, when we're worshiping Lord Shiva and his different family members, that's all a manifestation of Lord Nitayanda. We should see it that way. We shouldn't see all they are worshiping Lord Shiva. No. It is Lord Shiva who has prepared the ground and made it fertile for Krishna consciousness to come. Just like Shankaracharya, he made the ground fertile, right, for the Vaishnava culture to take root in India. Shankaracharya. So similarly, Lord Shiva has made the path for us to now have so many wonderful temples, isn't it? So I'm so happy now that when we come here, we can go to Panchatattva temple and praise him. But I don't forget the times when we did Harinams in the Shivalas, all of the worship. I don't forget that. Because ultimately, this is all expansion of Lord Nityananda's mercy. He's giving us all this facility on behalf of Lord Krishna, while Krishna is enjoying whatever else. Because Krishna doesn't have to worry about these things. Because Lord Nityananda is doing all of these things to allow us to what? Reawaken our dormant Krishna consciousness. Maya's job is to make us forget who we are. To make us forget that we are. Naham vipro nacha narapati napivaishyo nasudro Naham varni nacha vikapati no vanashto titeva Kintu praja nikara paramananda purnam vitavir Gopivatum padakamalayur Dasa dasa anudasaha. So this world is a miserable place because people have forgotten who they are. Some are thinking they are Brahmins, I'm Brahman. Some are thinking they're Kshatriya. Some are thinking they're Sudra. Some are thinking they're rich. Some are thinking they're poor. Some are thinking that it's Irish, they're black, they're white, they're female, they're male. This is all Maya. It's all Maya. We call it, the Srila Prabhupada used to say, this is skin disease. Skin disease. This disease is destroying this world. The blacks are fighting the whites, the Jews are fighting the Hindus are fighting whoever, fighting themselves because one is worshiping Shiva and one is worshiping Buddha. So this skin disease is the greatest problem in humans. It is why there is shortage of food. It is why there is shortage of water here. It is why there's chaos in this world. There's so much fighting. There's so much injustice. It is all because of this Maya. This bodily concept of life. Gopi Bhartu Padakamalaya Dasa Dasa. This Hare Krishna movement is meant to reawaken our real transcendental nature. And that is servants of the servants of the servants of the gopis. Power of damsels of Vrindavan. That's what our eternal nature is. And continue to chant this Maha Mantra. Your eternal relationship with Krishna will awaken and you will realize your eternal pastimes in association with the Supreme Lord. So let us remember the mercy of Lord Nitayanda on this auspicious day of Lord Nitayanda's Appearance Day, and realize that He has given us an opportunity to achieve the supreme perfection. And this just takes a little bit of faith. He's not making any discrimination. So I would like to encourage all you Prabhus here, just like we sung this beautiful song, Lodiya Bhukmi Nityananda Mancha. Lord Nityananda, he went from door to door everywhere, and he gave Krishna Nam. I would encourage you, please do not limit this to only the Indian villages. I have to say this. Because the tendency is you become comfortable that, let's just stay in our own little community and this is very easy. That is not what Prabhupada did. If Prabhupada's mood was just to preach to a small community, he would have never left India. He would have stayed in Vrindavan. So if you really want the mercy of Lord Nityananda, go to everywhere in the Mauritius and give everyone Krishna Nam, despite their background. By that process, Krishna consciousness can blossom even more in Mauritius. If we can give this mercy to everyone of all communities, okay? I've been coming here since the early 80s, and there has been some progress, but then there's also been some problems, right? When I came to Mauritius, there was no McDonald's. There was no Kentucky Fried Chicken when I came on this island. So we have to be careful. If we want this place to be Krishna conscious, then we have to spread it everywhere and encourage people to follow Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, follow Krishna. Chant Krishna's name, learn Krishna's teachings. This meat-eating and non-veg business is very bad for human society. We are humans. We are not supposed to be eating dogs and cats and animals. We are human beings. And if we do not eat properly, our contaminated consciousness makes a very bad atmosphere. It makes us like animals. But one thing that is still in Mauritius is the dogs. Kutalok. Kutalok is still here. So we want to change human beings from dog-like mentality to God-like mentality. And we will do that by giving them Krishna's name. We need to go out to Harinam in all the areas. Like when we were here in Mahatmababu, we went everywhere when we did Harinam. It didn't matter. So please, spread Krishna consciousness everywhere in Mauritius. Because if you only do it in parts, places, and then everywhere else they're eating chicken and cows and all kinds of stuff, that's not going to help you. So, Nityananda Prabhu ki! Any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for this nice expose. I've got more than one question, but we'll prefer to have some kirtan. We'll have 15 minutes. The questions cannot come afterwards. You can have some kirtan, please.
No kirtan?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
How do you The questions can come outside the class. Afterwards. If you don't mind.
I have limited time because
you have to leave? No?
Yeah, I have to leave. So
When you have to? After Krishna? We can have kirtan up to 2, then after Krishna. I arrange by first track.
Okay, more kirtan. Alright, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,